This video has 8 tips you must do before you retire, and it is based off of a video from somebody who has done it for 3 years.
Hi, we're Ed and Aaron, and we're enriching our retirement by reconnecting with each other, having fun, and becoming financially free. I hope you come along with us.
So, these 8 tips, we'll start with number 1. It says, stop worrying about finances. Get a part-time job or side hustle for peace of mind.
Yeah, I remember when he was talking about this, and he said that at first it was absolutely terrifying to, instead of going from saving money to spending money, and he said it just gets so much easier, which I am very grateful to hear because that is a very scary thought.
Yeah, we've been saving a long time, and then you're like just going to spend it with nothing coming in, and
You're
you're like,
done,
whoa.
done saving, now it's
Yeah.
time to spend it.
Yeah, like, I guess.
And it's very, very nice to know that somebody who has already been retired 3 years says, "Oh, you know what, don't worry about it." And
Yeah.
the fact that he said get a part-time job or a side hustle, I mean, that would alleviate a lot of fear, I think.
Yeah, especially a part-time job, so you don't have a full-time, and you're not there for 40 hours. You're just there for 20 or something, but to make you feel a little better.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2, friends may get upset if you retire early.
This was something that was surprising for me to hear. I
Yeah.
guess, people normally retire around 65, and
Yeah.
if you go and retire earlier than that, people seem to have a problem with it.
I could see jealousy rearing its ugly head for this, because you're like, well, why haven't I retired? And then you start thinking about yourself and looking inward, and then it gets really diluted and like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. But if your friends are already retired, maybe you should make some friends that are.
Yeah, that's true.
That way you catch up to them.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
True.
Okay. Number 3, moderate isolation is good for the soul.
So this man lives out in, he calls it the high desert. I'm not exactly sure where that is. But he lives half of his time there and half of his time he goes back to California to be with his girlfriend. I feel like I'm spilling all of his juicy secrets, but it's all in his video that we will link below.
Yeah.
But he absolutely loves being out in the middle of nowhere. And I guess after all of those years of working, that quiet and solitude really gives you the chance to go inward and see what you're really thinking and what you really feel.
Yeah.
And that's important.
Sometimes you need that just to reflect on yourself and think about your life, where it's going, where you've been, being in the present, all that stuff. And sometimes you just need to be alone to do. Well, I suggest you be alone to do that. You can't really do that with a bunch of stuff going on around you,
Yeah.
unless you're that kind of person, which is good for you if you can.
Which I think maybe more reason to
Yeah.
self-isolate.
Yeah. Okay. Number 4, part-time work. Side hustle isn't a chore. Do something you enjoy and bring in some money.
Yeah.
You don't need to sit around and do nothing, which I do agree with. Because if you are worried, like he said, about money coming in, I mean, you could go get a part-time job and do make it, something. That way you have something coming in, you're not worried about it so much.
You know you're going to eat. If the rest of your money is going to pay for wherever you live and insurance and all of that, then at least having a little extra income can help you know you're not going to be up the creek.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I think that's a really good thing, and I personally am not one for a part-time job, but more of a side hustle kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
If you're retired, you got plenty of time to think about it, so
Yeah.
we'll see. Number 5, has become more caring because he doesn't have the stress of work, which I can agree with, because sometimes work is really stressful, and you come home thinking like, man, that took a lot out of me today. But then there's some days that are nice and relaxed and don't really have much stress about it. But most of the time it is pretty stressful, with deadlines and all kinds of other BS you got to deal with all day, especially from other people's BS.
I can't really speak to this one because I've always stayed home to raise the kids and unschool the kids, and so having that stress of a job, I would have to look back on my teens and early 20s, and that was a different time.
Yeah, it's a lot more paperwork and BS today, I would think. Well, it's all computer stuff. I can't say paperwork because there's no paper anymore.
Computer work.
It's all computer work. That's a good way to put it. Thanks.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. 6. Lots of time to think. Tons of time. like I said, retirement. So you have nothing but time until the end of your time. So I mean that's a long time.
Yeah.
If you're 60, you retire at 60, you got at least 30, 40 years. I'm seeing everybody living to 100, but you have plenty of time to do stuff and just manage it. I think if you manage it well, you'll be all right.
Yeah. He also said that if you start to ruminate over your thoughts too much, to just start to put your time into other people or other types of thoughts, like read a book that you really have to think about, or see if you can volunteer. That's my own ad lib there. If you're too much in your thoughts, you need to kind of get out of them a little bit. I do have that problem. I can definitely get too much in my thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, go for a walk or something, just by yourself, and just think about what. I mean, you got plenty of time, like he's saying. So why not just take care of it?
Oh, so you're saying to hit it head on, to
Yeah.
like really face those thoughts and come to a conclusion and a solution.
Yeah, I mean that would be great because then you could figure out what's up with you, and then you could be better for other people. Because who wants to be around somebody who's all like consumed with their thoughts and everything? I don't think anybody wants that. Okay, so number 7, make more friends.
Oh, friends.
Yeah. If you got a hardcore group of friends, I can see why this wouldn't make sense to you. But if you're retiring and they're not, you would probably have to make friends who are retired.
You know, that's true, because I am in the boat of I already have a good group of friends and feel like I don't need any more. But all your friends are work friends. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
would you go out and seek new friends?
Probably. That are retired. They could go golfing whenever we can and be like, hey, you want to go ice fishing or something? I'd probably say yes, and then we'll see what happens.
Then you'd be gone for 2 weeks because you'd have to go to Alaska.
I'm just saying, that's the first thing that came to my mind. But, I don't know. Probably get retired friends and then go from there.
Put an ad online looking for retired friends.
Put a sign in the front yard. I don't know. I honestly don't know how to make friends. You just, like,
I don't
go
either.
meet people, I
Yeah.
guess.
Go to meetups and
Ugh. That sounds like a lot of work. Anyway, number 8. Going from saving to spending mentally comes naturally over time. The first year is tough. You spend so many years saving, it's time to start spending.
I remember him talking about that. And so he had made one video 1 year past the time he retired on tips at that point. And then this one was 3 years past the day he retired. And he said that that was really hard to get over. And after he did, though, it was great. He doesn't find spending the money anymore. And probably because he knows it's going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, yours, a lot of your life, you're saving.
For this day.
For anything.
Yeah.
For retirement, for a trip, for whatever. And you want to buy something, but you don't want to make payments on it, so you save for it. But now it's time to, like, just, not like roll through all your money or anything, but just, be cautious, not too cautious, but just, buy what you want.
Yeah.
So,
I loved his tips.
yeah, that was
And
pretty good.
I really like him too. His channel name is Retire Early 500K, and his whole channel is about retiring on a modest amount of money. So I can't recommend his channel enough, and you will find his channel and a link to the video in our description below.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching. We hope to see you next time.
Thank you very much.
Bye.